So Brett Kavanaugh's accuser has finally come forward. In a Washington Post piece, 51-year-old research psychologist Christine Blasey Ford says that she was sexually assaulted by the Supreme Court nominee in high school back sometime during the early 1980s. Ford has accused a stumbling drunk Kavanaugh and friends of locking her in a room at a get-together in Maryland. While his friend watched, she said, Kavanaugh pinned her to a bed on her back and groped her over her clothes, grinding his body against hers and clumsily attempting to pull off her one-piece bathing suit and the clothing she wore over it. When she tried to scream, she said, he put his hand over her mouth, the piece read. Ford said she was able to escape when Kavanaugh's friend and classmate at Georgetown Preparatory School, Mark Judge, jumped on top of them, sending all three tumbling. She said she ran from the room, briefly locked herself in a bathroom and then fled the house. This led to a predictable backlash on social media. It also led to a predictable phrase that appeared in a lot of tweets by prominent liberals. See if you can notice, and figure out why never-Trumper conservative pundit Eric Erickson thinks this was the work of a PR firm. That's a rundown that includes the executive editor of Lawfare, the justice editor at ThinkProgress and one of the hosts of Pod Save America, all of which qualify them as certified, blue-checked members in solid standing of the liberal Twitterati. Now, did you notice the phrase there? Yes, everyone seems to want America to know that Kavanaugh has been credibly accused. Eric Erickson, certainly no fan of the president, thinks there's a PR firm behind Ford's accusation. Now, this may not be a public relations firm, that sounds far too traceable, but it's plausible, but this does reek of coordination. That's not just in terms of the phraseology of these tweets, but the timing of it all. This got leaked at the end of the Kavanaugh hearings, after which it became clear the Democrats had no chance of derailing it. Feinstein played coy about the letter she had received, but details continued to spill out. Finally, the entire story came forth in a piece for the Sunday edition of The Washington Post, certainly the most marquee-grabbing way it could possibly come out. It's not unfair to the alleged victim to talk about how perfect this all seems for the Democrats. It puts the GOP in a quandary, although Erickson says it shouldn't be. Will they, though? We'll see during the next few days.